I think when he's on, there's nobody better in the team.
Hi, I'm Reggie.
Hi, Nate, nice to meet you.
Yeah, Kazi TV.
Zach, nice to meet you.
Okay, same here. I see you guys are Arsenal fans.
Yes.
And right now is a very good time for the club. Everybody's happy with the way the team is doing. What's your impression about the job Arteta has done the last 3 years?
The last 3 years, wow. I started supporting about 6 or 7 years ago, and the turnaround's just been unbelievable.
Yeah.
I remember years ago it was painful waking up early mornings watching the games, and now most of the games here, we both live in LA. The games are usually 6 or 7 a.m. And I'm excited every morning to wake up, and it's honestly the highlight of my week.
Exactly. Yeah, but again, this summer, the club has been active in the transfer market. We signed the Rice, Caravas, and the Timber. So for you, do you think we should still do more signings this summer?
Who's going to add the most?
Do you think we should sign more players this summer?
I think, if we should add more?
Yes.
I think we could use perhaps another right mid, right winger. Just add a little bit of competition for Saka.
Yeah.
I mean, he's incredible, but now we're going to be playing in many more competitions and hopefully going deep in those competitions. And as much as I love him, we can't play him every game, and we don't want the level to drop off too much. I mean, obviously there's going to be a drop off. He's one of the best in the world, but I think bringing competition will only make him better and push the team forward.
But before we go, let me ask you. So now, looking at what the team did last season and the additions we've done this summer, what's the expectation next summer for us? What will be a good season for you?
I feel like depending on how the season goes, if we have Jesus firing on all cylinders, then maybe we don't need to sign a new 9. But I think right now we have enough competition in and around it, depending on if Balogun stays and Ketia stays. But I think next summer, ideally we sign a forward at 9, so we can score like 30 goals, hopefully a season. That'll really take us to the next level. Because we saw what Holland did at Man City. It just made them unstoppable. Adding someone like that would really make us.
Are you saying that expectations for the season?
Yeah.
Expectations for the season.
Yeah. So what do you think will be a good season for us next season?
For me, the expectation is challenge for the title. I mean, we know how hard it is. We just experienced it, leading for so long and then falling short at the very end. And then for the Champions League, I think as long as we get out the group, make it past like 1 or 2 legs in the knockout stages, then that's a success. That's an improvement because it's been so long since we've been in there. I remember coming home from school, watching the games, and being so excited. And it's been a long time since I've had that excitement. So I'm just happy to be back in it.
Yeah, for me, I mean, a lot of Arsenal fans, we've been a little bit conservative with our expectation, but I believe that the club and the fans should push that this season we should demand that we win the league.
Yeah, I think so. If it's not the league, at minimum, an FA Cup or something, there should be a trophy. We've seen a lot of progress. It's still a young team, but especially with the spending this summer, how close we were last year, I really feel that we should really aim for at least a trophy this year.
Exactly, me too. So who's your favorite player in the score right now?
I would have to say Bukayo. When he was coming through the ranks, I was the same age as him, and it was so cool to see someone just move up and keep getting better and better and switching positions.
Yeah, exactly. Left wing back, then the midfield, now the right wing. Yeah, what about you?
For me, it's Odegaard. I think when he's on, there's nobody better in the team, and I also think he's such an unusual and powerful leader where he's not screaming at the players. He's not the big in-your-face guy, but he just sets the tone and leads by example, and I really respect and admire that.
Yeah, for me too, I say Odegaard. For me, I know it's hard to say because I like Saliba, I like Odegaard, I like soccer, but I think for me, Odegaard as well. But maybe because I play soccer myself, I use my left foot, I play the midfield, so maybe, but I feel he is a great guy, like you said, a great leader. He does a good job. He's He doesn't cause trouble around. Doesn't like to boss people. And like you said, when he's on it, the team ticks. So thank you guys for
Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck for next season.
Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, we'll be there.
Welcome to Reggie Football Show. I'm right here with Alex. So in the B-Hub, so the Arsenal is ready for the game tomorrow against Barcelona in LA, California. So we're here to talk about Arsenal in general and the game tomorrow. So Alex, the last decade, Arsenal has really been not been doing good. So what's the impression with the new regime? The last 3 years, Arteta and Edu, the work they've been doing, what's the impression about the job they've done so far?
It's been great. I mean, for me, this past year, I know a lot of fans may have been disappointed with the finish after being ahead for so long. It doesn't matter to me after supporting for probably about the past decade or so. It's been by far the most enjoyable season for me, the most exciting, and that's, you talk about the last 3 years. I think that's part of the whole quote unquote process that we've been following. It's just been really great for me. So again, I know maybe you'll have rivals poking fun. Certain fans will saying didn't live up to expectations. For me, it's been the whole thing since Arteta's taken control. I think you watch, you see what he's building, and again, last year was just so exciting for me.
So what do you like most about Arteta and the work? What do you like about him as a manager?
I mean, where to begin? I don't know where to begin. Honestly,
There's so much to bring to the table.
Well, yeah, because I mean, certain people will say he's ruthless. That's certainly a component of it. I think more than that, it's funny because when he came in, one of the first things he talked about was the club's values, and it's like, okay, well, certainly he talks well, but I think as we've seen now a couple of years of him as a manager, I think he's exemplified that pretty well and followed.
For me, like you said, when he came in, a lot of us fans were worried about the team on the field. But Tata said what was important for him was the culture, like you said, and the attitude, the non-negotiables that he was raving about. That really made me believe that he was going to do well, because Arsenal was in a place where we had good players, but somehow something was wrong about the way the club was being run. So for me, that's what I really, really value about him, because he understood that for us to do well on the pitch, there's stuff we have to do well off the pitch. So again, let me ask you this question. So far this summer, Arsenal has been almost the most active in EPL in the transfer window. We bought Timber, Declan Rice, and Kai Havertz. Are there any other positions on the team that you think we should strengthen?
Any other positions? It's tough to say. You know what's funny, in the January transfer window, we signed remind me.
Trossard and Jorginho.
Trossard and Jorginho. In fact, forget January. Even for the summer, Zinchenko came in, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, was Zinchenko Jesus? Yeah. But I think Zinchenko was the last signing. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
It was them to.
Zinchenko was the last one.
He was the last one, and after he came in, I kind of said, a lot of folks were saying, who else could we sign? For me, I was kind of saying, I could see him being the last signing because of how versatile he is. And I think it's kind of a similar thing this season. He's signing players with versatility, obviously. With Havertz is the big questions right now. Is he going to be in the midfield, or will he play higher up? I think it's tough to say, because obviously right now he's playing in the same position where Xhaka's been. But I was listening to Ars Blog on the way over here, and I think it was James from Gunnerblock was saying maybe there's or I can't remember, maybe it was Andrew, but one of them was saying there's a certain component of Arteta maybe not wanting to show his hand too early, and that's the same thing as the last season, because in the preseason last season we were playing like a 4-4-2, so it could be completely different. I think it's anybody to say. If I were to want one more signing,
I like the link of Kudus because, like I said, I think right now they're talking about Havertz going to be the left eight. I think he might be more of a forward, and if we get one more kind of attacking player, I think Kudus would be really
A lot of
cool.
people I've spoken with believe that we need a striker, which means between Jesus, Balogun and Nketiah, one has to go. Of course, Jesus is going to stay. So between Nketiah and Balogun, who do you think Arsenal should let go back and get in a new striker?
I think you have, again, there's different aspects. If you talk about who deserves a place versus maybe someone takes a chance, I still think we have more to see from Eddie. I think Eddie's still young. Balogun, I mean, he's showed it. He obviously has a lot of ambition. Yeah, thank you. And if he leaves, so be it, because we've spent how much this window, like an insane amount. So we have to have some outgoings. If he has to go, then so be it. We wish all the best for him, and see what
Before you
happens.
go, I have one last question. Who's your favorite Arsenal player right now?
Bukayo Saka.
Saka?
Yeah.
Saka. For me, it's Odegaard.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's hard to say though.
he's my second.
It's hard to say. I have.
They're like very close.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
none of them is wrong to pick, but for me, I prefer Odegaard because I play soccer, I use my left foot.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I play the midfield team. Maybe I have a bias
Awesome, I love
towards
that.
Odegaard. Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you very much, bro. Really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
You too. Take care.